Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 26th of January 2022. Taking a look here at Algorand. Algorand on the 3-week Ichimoku chart. Not a lot to see here. Just it's not that old of a crypto and has a lot more needs a lot more time before we see a full and complete Ichimoku chart. But on the weekly chart, we do get a good idea of what's happening here. So, one thing that may help Algorand with the downtrend is the presence of a Kumo twist that is currently here. So you could consider that Kumo twist to trigger on Friday, or wait till the open of the next weekly candle. But there's a Kumo twist that shows up, and the last one was over here during the week of the 10th, and then the next one's up here. So Kumo twists act as a kind of stopping point for a trend that acts as a source of resistance in time to the trend in force. So if an instrument is trending down very steadily or strongly, and it continues in that direction, and it gets close to or right on a Kumo twist, you often find a market turn. Not all the time, but there is a high probability of that happening, and you can you use multiple other tools to determine whether or not that new swing low or high is likely to appear. The current weekly candlestick is a fairly standard hammer-looking candlestick, so that's a bullish reversal candlestick. The RSI is at the final oversold level in a bull market at 40. The composite index has hit lows that haven't been seen since November of 2021. Right? November of 2020. And there's hidden bullish divergence between the major trough down here on the from May 21st of last year to where we are now. And then you also have the percent B bottoming, flattening, and now slightly rising up. So it looks like a false breakout south. At the same time, Algorand is not far from achieving an ideal Ichimoku bearish breakout. So it would need to have a weekly close basically at 80 cents for that to occur. But I think that'd be fairly short-lived because there's a pretty big gap now between the body of this weekly candlestick and the Tenkan-sen. So there's a lot of things on the weekly chart that point to a resumption higher despite the price action that is going on today, and we're looking at that right now. Algorand has not been immune to the massive drops that occurred here in January, especially starting back on between the 10th and the 12th. It did move up very nicely earlier today from the open. It drove up almost 8%, but now it's still in the green, barely holding on. It's got a 1% gain so far. But I don't see anything really that's screaming massive continuation move south. Could it? Sure. Is it likely? Nah. The downside risks I see here, if the 382 fib retracement fails to hold a support, then we'll likely see it continue down to 50% retracement at 0.66, which is also very, very likely a place that needs to go. Actually, let me adjust that because, yeah, that was the strong bar. Okay. I take that back. The 50% fib retracement has been hit from that all-time high. So, yeah, I could see it coming back down to test that 83, 82 cent level, but any further, nah. I think the lows have been hit, and that despite the rejection higher here today, we'll continue to see Algorand move up. Expect to see some initial resistance at the 112.5 cent level at the 382 fib retracement, and that's also where the daily Tenkan-sen's kind of hovering around. Above that, the Kijun-sen very obviously at 135. That's what I see for Algorand. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.